how do you guide entrepreneurs in overcoming the fear of letting go and delegating tasks to other people?
Sure, it's really important to learn to let go. And there's some things that you can do. There are four things that I always have coached my clients in that are learning operations. So one of the things that I do is entrepreneurs hire me to train someone, and that person will be like their 2IC, their operations that run day to day. And these four things are to know your team. So you've got to know your team's strengths and weaknesses, and so that you know how to, when you're doing task prioritization, so you're shifting things around to meet your priorities, then delegating to the right team members is important. So you need to know Millie's strengths and Millie's weaknesses. So that's important. Then second thing would be having clear task briefs, because you need people to understand exactly what you're trying to achieve and what you're wanting them to do. So if you don't have that, then what I've found is people can often do things that humans are weird, right? If we're not clear, they start doing their own thing. It's like, hang on a minute, I didn't dial that up. Yeah, so clear task briefs. What that means is communication. So how you communicate. Some tips for that are paraphrasing or being like a parrot. So I have my team members, when I'm instructing them on the task or the brief, then I get them to paraphrase or parrot back to me what they think they heard. And then I'm able to listen to what they're saying and tweak it and go, oh, no, you're right on most of those things, but these few things here, you're just going to tweak. This is what I meant by that. So paraphrasing is really important. Summarizing at the end of each meeting or WIP, work in progress meeting. I get the team member to repeat back to me a summary of everything we've covered. And it helps to cement the learning and the knowledge in their head when they have to take that task. And then always ending on next steps. So you can have lots of meetings and look, most of them end in a talk fest and then nothing happens. So it's a waste of resource. So the thing that you can do to overcome that is you get very clear at the end of every meeting, what are the next steps? So, Millie, what are your next steps? This is my next steps after this meeting, and we'll document those. Now, we take the discussion we've had and turn it into action. So that's the second thing. Third thing is I'm a big believer in coaching team members to improve them. Mm-hmm. So I invest heavily and allocate a significant amount of my time into coaching all my team. I want them to be the best version of themselves. If they're the best version of themselves, then they're going to perform the best for me. And so I invest heavily. I share all the lessons I've got. I do that by asking questions. So something, for example, a team member will say that they've done something, and I'll go, okay, cool. How did you come up with, to take that action? How did you make that decision? So what's your rationale? And I get them to start thinking, talking about how they made the decision. And what I'm trying to do there is I'm trying to strengthen their critical thinking and how they're making decisions. Because if they make good decisions, that's the essence of great business. Small good decisions multiplied by everyone equals better results. So what critical thinking? I also do something like when I'm coaching, I challenge them. So I ask why did they do that? Or I challenge them and I say, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree for this reason. And it's not that I'm trying to belittle someone or put someone down. So I always let them know that I'm not trying to belittle you, but I am challenging the way you're thinking. And the reason why is I want them to strengthen their thinking by being able to debate back to me and go, well, okay, cool. This is why I've made that decision or that type of thinking is, and all I'm really looking for is that they've thought it through. So by doing the challenging side of things, it engages their brain. Now they know next time that I'm going to meet with them, that I'm probably going to challenge them, so they have to have thought it through. So now they're really improving themselves in their decisions. Another thing that I do is I'm honest. I give them honest feedback. Like I acknowledge when people have done good things. I don't just give out willy-nilly, like
Mm.
plastic fucking compliments. Like, if I honestly believe that they have done it, then I will acknowledge them there and then in front of everyone. So I make sure to do that often. But in the same vein, I also give them direct feedback as well, and not within a harsh way of trying to put them down or to belittle them, but I just say directly how I think it could have improved. And yeah, so, and that with the intention that I'm trying to get them to be the best version. So I always say
Mhm.
that at the front before I give critical advice. Like, don't take this wrong. Like, this is, I'm trying to get you to be the best version of yourself. I think those are some of the ways that I coach, or I share stories from my own. When we've got problems, I share stories when I've encountered that problem along my 30-year journey of entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
I've had that problem before. This is what I did to overcome it. I don't know, maybe it'll work here. You might want to go and consider it, try it. So by sharing those stories, people listen, and then incorporate that into their own critical thinking. So that's coaching. And then I think the fourth thing is resisting the temptation for entrepreneurs to jump in and do the task, solve the problem. It's hard. It's hard because entrepreneurs
It's
are
very
generally like really good at on top of their game, and
Mhm.
they want to do it. And we have to resist that. I've had to resist it so many times.